Okay, good, good. This is a kind of team that I should expect to face, right? This is just the standard Marco team. Right. So theoretically, Grimmsnarl, Volcarona, Miraidon, and Calyrex should be somewhat decent, right? Although, like the thing I've thought about is that maybe Calyrex should be Wo-Chen, which seems a bit strange, but you know what? I'm gonna try it out because in theory, because my Calyrex is slow, this should work out better. Um, right. So I got my Volcarona against the Rillaboom, which is nice, but against the Calyrex, like I should be able to Light Screen and Quiver Dance, right? And they can't stop both. Either way, something is good. Well, would Spirit Break be better? Spirit Break would be better, wouldn't it? Thunder Wave would be the most ideal, but I think Spirit Break actually, because then I can Light Screen later. Let's try that instead. That was unnecessary. I guess they definitely don't get burnt now. Oh, wow, that did loads. Okay, my Volcarona is not looking good now, but they are Thunder Waveable on the Calyrex now, which is definitely worth going for. Yeah, Light Screen would have been better there as a start, I think. Bit of a strange Terrafire. I don't think that was worth it. Some people do preemptively see, oh, super effective move, I must Terra. But now that Thunderwave Calyrex is incredibly useful for me. There's either U-turn or Wood Hammer into the Grimmsnarl. Yeah, it's just U-turn, so I do get a screen still. That's alright. I will be able to Light Screen here and... They want to Thunderclap me, don't they? So let's switch to Wo-Chen. They didn't Thunderclap me, so I could have just gone for the attack, but oh well. Thunderbolts would be acceptable as well. That's pretty good. Okay, cool. My Wo-Chen won't outspeed their Calyrex, but I can just Dragon Pulse the Raging Bolt now. So I should be able to go for that, and then just Foul Play the Calyrex, I think. They could switch to Rillaboom, and the Dragon Pulse wouldn't KO, but with the Light Screen I should be able to survive the Dragon Pulse, because it's not Draco Meteor. So that's okay. You shouldn't do too much. Yeah, that's not much at all. Nice and bulky team. There's the Calyrex gone. Okay, that's good. This is looking like a Terra Fairy on my Wo-Chen, I think. One would assume Zamazenta is in the back, like so. I still do have my Volcarona. And I want to lock into... different move, surely, right? Well, let's try and burn. Oh, I can Leech Seed everything as well now. Is the Terra 2 preemptive? No, I don't need it for anything else. Like, Heavy Slam will still do reasonable damage, but that's okay. I'm going to get the burn. I got the burn, so I think the game is somewhat sealed now. I do not see how the Rillaboom and the Zamazenta break through my Wo-Chen now. Dragon Pulse, I think, is still best. I might as well Leech Seed as well to cover for the Rillaboom switch in. Or I guess Foul Play to cover for the Rillaboom switch in. Well, they switched in that way, but okay, that's fair enough. They'll Fake Out and Dragon Pulse my Miraidon, but I'll live. I think Wo-Chen can solo this. I would lose on time, though. That's something to keep in mind. I should survive this Dragon Pulse, though. Yeah, oh, very comfortably. Wow. There's the first Leech Seed miss. Dragon Pulse here. Leech Seed here. I'll actually survive another Dragon Pulse. That's quite impressive. Yeah, just U-turn. I won't survive another Dragon. Actually, no, I might just be out of range of Dragon Pulse. It's quite funny. Oh, come on, Wo-Chen. This is getting a bit unreasonable. Come on. That makes sense. That was weird. I'm not sure why they heavy slam rather than body press, but fine. Now I'm out of range of Dragon Pulse again. Thank you kindly. Then I will go for Leech Seed and Dragon Balls here. The body press, I don't know, because they're burned as well. Body press won't get me. So, yeah, this is going to chunk the Rillaboom. That burn on the Volcarona, I think, might have been necessary. But, yeah, things are looking very good. Wo-Chen is kind of soloing now. Let's go for Dragon Balls here. Power Play here. The Zamazenta is kind of useless. Does KO the Rillaboom? It should do with Leech Seed. Yeah, it does with Leech Seed. Nice. And then Dragon Pulse. Leech Seed. Still got my Citrus Berry intact, don't I? That's quite funny. There's the body press that does nothing now. Okay. That implies I need a tiny bit more special attack on my Miraidon. That's quite funny. That's a calc I should probably do. There's no reason not to protect here. Nice Wo-Chen solo. Already proving its worth. Good. That was a 14-turn game. Would I have won or lost on time? Not sure. So I did still win with Calyrex not being brought to the game, but they did let me Thunder Wave the Calyrex, which, if I did then bring my Calyrex, would be useful. Still like Grimmsnarl here as a lead. Let's go Grimmsnarl Corona. It's like, I'll stick with the same thing. But I go with Incineroar this time, which like is a reasonable switch. But like I want to Thunder Wave them. But if they Terra Dark, then that's not so ideal, is it? I also want to protect the Volcarona and Light Screen, but then if they fake out the Grimmsnarl, they have to fake out the Volcarona, right? Okay, that's fine. That one works out perfectly fine. That could have been a completely free Quiver Dance, but oh well. I still now do get my free Quiver Dance. They'll probably knock off my Throat Spray, but that's okay. As long as I've just got my Quiver Dance, then things are good. Yep, we're living because of Reflect. Oh, they didn't knock me off. They just got the Parting Shot, but the speed is the important bit, and the special defense. Yeah, no, this is looking very good for Royal Corona now, isn't it? They're Terra Water, and they were very preemptive with their Terra last time, so I suspect they're going to be exactly the same. But I think I should switch to Wo-Chen here and attempt another Quiver Dance, because they are not threatening Volcarona in the slightest. This is just free Quiver Dances. That's why you switched to Wo-Chen, because I might as well still have a Grimmsnarl. And then Terra Fire Oko's Zamazenta, but then they could Terra. No, I just get another Quiver Dance. I see no reason not to just go for another Quiver Dance. Yeah, protecting Quiver Dance, there's no real downside. They probably want to U-turn my Wo-Chen because it's quad super effective, but then they won't, and there's the Terra. So now I'll be able to show off my Throat Spray Bug Buzz. Yep, there we go. Very nice, very nice. So then I definitely Bug Buzz the Zamazenta. Oh, I could Bug Buzz the Rillaboom and it might KO. Not sure it would. Actually, they're Terra Water now on the Zamazenta, so I could just... And they preemptively Terra on the Calyrex, so they can't Terra Dark anymore. So, yeah, no, things are good. I think I can just Terra Fairy here again and Bug Buzz the Rillaboom. Oh, not quite, not quite. So, my investments are not paying off currently. Good Heavy Slam, good Heavy Slam. But that is perfectly fine. There's a Citrus Berry. Before the Calyrex hits the field as well, which is nice. Yeah, when ZSR gets out of position against Volcarona, things get out of control for them very, very quickly. I don't see a reason not to double protect unless they hard switch the Incineroar into Rillaboom, but then they lose the grass terrain if they do that. So yeah, just double protect. They didn't fake out, that's fine. Just parting shot again. So, and I've used my Throat Spray now, so even if they knock me off, it would not be very useful. And I've got Wo-Chen protecting the Volcarona, so this is actually pretty sweet. Have I seen who's faster between Wo-Chen and Incineroar? I don't think I have. So let's try and find out. Oh, come on. Do I actually need to invest more in this Volcarona then? Okay, I did think my Wo-Chen would be faster because, 96 speed is faster than almost every Incineroar. But that is quite funny. A Life Orb. I think I should just be able to go for... And now I should go for Flamethrower in case I get the burn, because the special defense drop wouldn't make any difference. But... yeah, I'll just double this. This Calyrex. Oh, click by, but it doesn't matter. IO code because of +3. Yeah, I should do a couple of calcs there. But yeah, this is exactly what Volcarona is supposed to do against this ESR team. And like these four should be able to against the standard one. People don't realize, and the more experienced ones do realize, that against a Volcarona you have to ring Ogerpon. Like Ogerpon is mandatory against Volcarona, otherwise you just straight up lose. So, yeah, just don't protect fake out, and then there's no way out for them. So, that was a good showing of Volcarona, of what it can do against ESR, but everyone knows that what Volcarona can do against ESR, so. Yeah, that does not do too much. There we go, and done. Right, so let's upload these and put it onto the document. If you've seen my series prep before, you'll know about this document. You probably know about this document anyway, but for those that don't, again, the 1, 2, and 3 don't work properly, so that's why I've just started 4. Yeah, it has a lot of useful information for you. So, like this keeps track of like all the mons that were brought and everything. The match by match, so you can find things easier. The matchup stats, so you can see what you're bad against or good against. And then the move usage I find very useful as well. I've only clicked Astral Barrage once, I think, so Astral Barrage 100%. But this is really useful, for example, if... and it's not cropped correctly, but oh well. This is useful if you're trying to figure out a 4th move on a Pokemon or something. And then if it's like 2% usage across like 100 games, then that move is probably not the one for this team. So it does become very useful when it comes to things like that. But yeah, that was it was bottom of the ladder, and they didn't bring Ogerpon, and you must bring Ogerpon against a Volcarona. But yeah, that was a good showing for that. I don't think I'll see Dondozo at Worlds. I'd be very surprised if people think that Dondozo will be the call for Worlds. But then again, people won't be preparing for it because we know it's not the call for Worlds. So then, what do we do against that? All right. They are Focus Sash. Choices go off. They're Toxic Spikes. I don't have a Poison type. They're Terra Grass on the yeah. So if I can force the Terra first, the Wo-Chen can beat the Dondozo. Or is the Body Press one? So maybe not. What's there? They're Assault Vest, okay. I think it's... Did I bring Calyrex? Do I bring Calyrex? I don't think I bring Calyrex again. Like, because it doesn't do well against the Dondozo at all because of the Unaware. So yeah, I'm going to bench the Calyrex once again. But this is something I don't expect to see at Worlds. And if it is at Worlds, I'm just going to not face it. That's how I'm going to deal with Dondozo. I think my Dondozo matchup is going to be not the best. But I don't think I'll face it. Ability Shield makes sense. I'm not sure how popular Weezing will be at Worlds. I'm sure it will have some reps today. Like you'll see more Weezings than you will Dondozo. I think the downside of Dondozo in Regulation I is that if you bring Dondozo Tatsugiri, then you either bring both your restricteds and then you've got no support for those restricteds, or you have to sacrifice at least one of them to get that support, for example, the Sneasler or the Chi-Yu to get the Beads of Ruin, and then suddenly you don't have both your restricteds. He says, as he's only bringing one restricted to this match. Right. Okay, that's not too bad for me, I don't think. It should just be a straight up light screen and... Because Electrodrift should KO the Chi-Yu. I think I'm going to go for that first. Although if they snarl, then it won't be as effective. But with my light screen and my calm Miraidon, I should be... Oh, this is definitely the best way to start. Don't you dare. Okay, cool. Does this KO? It should do. Yep. I'll need to do that calc as well. See if I guarantee KO that. But yeah, that's pretty good. I'll get the Thunder Wave off into the Dondozo. And then switch to the Wo-Chien. I want to preserve my run. Yep, they go straight to... That's fine. But now I know I can lock into Dragon Pulse, and they've already gone for the Terra Grass, which makes sense. Right. So now let's get some paralyses. Foul Play does nothing against this, especially if it's defense boosting. So get Reflect and go to Iron Hands. And then let's go Miraidon and Fake Out. Terra Fairy on my Miraidon's going to be good. And then, yeah, Terra Fairy, Dragon Pulse, and Low Kick. That's still a good chunk. Like, that's almost half of Dondozo's health already. That's pretty good. And then let's go back to Grimmsnarl and Wo-Chien. That'll do very little. This is allowing them recovery, but that's okay. Double switch again. Yep, perfect. They're going to Fake Out here. Is there any punish for that? I don't think there is. But I still Dragon Pulse for sure. They'll get paralyzed at some point. Still got 2 turns of Reflect, so I should still be good. And they're going to get paralyzed eventually, right? No, apparently not. Okay, now they're going to be in range of a KO. And I still have my Grimmsnarl and my Wo-Chien around, so I should still be good. Now Drain Punch and Dragon Pulse. And again, how much did Low Kick do? 13. 34, no, so I do need to Low Kick. Oh, okay. So they finally got paralyzed. How many was that? That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, they did get on 10-4. Okay, fair enough. So I'll need to go back to Grimmsnarl and Dragon Pulse so that I have light screen set up on this turn. Like so. And then, or is it light screen or Thunder Wave into the Calyrex first? I think Thunder Wave's better. No, I can do that on the next turn. Because I switch back to Wo-Chien so that they can't KO me. And Light Screen was definitely better. They're going for the accuracy drops, which is understandable. Have a good day. Then I will just double them with Snarl and Spirit Break, and I will hit. Thank you kindly. This should not do much. That was not much. That was a bit more. That's another X drop. Okay, hit that one, and then Grimmsnarl. Thank you kindly. There we go. And that didn't KO. Then that's just Thunder Wave here. And I just Dazzling Gleam with my Miraidon once. Right? So I Thunder Wave and just go for Snarl, and I just Dazzling Gleam. Oh wow, through the extra jobs. I'll take that. That doesn't matter. And then... It doesn't really matter. Because I'm just going to Dazzling Gleam or Dragon Pulse for Tatsugiri just once. Okay, that was alright. Still think I need screen straight away. Miraidon is incredibly important. I think these are the correct 4, but do need to keep in mind how important Miraidon is. Okay, there we go, Sneasler this time. Voltage should KO the Sneasler, right? I'm trying to decide which is better, Screens or Thunderwave the Sneasler, because they probably still outspeed me regardless. I'm going to Reflect and switch to Iron Hands to start off with, I think. My Miraidon is too important. And if they Dire Claw straight up, or Toxic Spy, okay, that's fair enough. And this will be Dondozo. Get Thunderwave here. Go Fake Out here, force the... Yeah, get that. Free chip. Then Thunderwave. And Low Kick. Just ignore the Sneasler. Okay, that's a good chunk into the Miraidon. We'll take that. Oh, that's a massive chunk. We take those. Then... Don't think I need my light screen. Get the Thunderwave here while I can. Let's Low Kick again in case they Volt Switch into the Dondozo like a fool. Note they Parabolic Charge, trying to KO their own Sneasler, that's fine. But I should still KO the Miraidon based on the fact that the crit got them. Well, that's going to be close. Yeah, that was close. So that's not too bad. Might as well get the light screen now. And Low Kick again. Yeah, that's fair. Parabolic Charge again, a Volt Switch. Yeah, Parabolic Charge, they're going to KO themselves, and now they're just down to Dondozo. But I get the Thunderwave into them. I am going to be poisoned, though. I should have enough, though. Based on the fact that my Dragon Pulse is doing 30-something%, then I should be good. Get the Thunderwave. Just get some damage. That's not much damage. I might as well preserve the Iron Hands and go to Wo Chen. So it's Spirit Break and it's Wo Chen. It's going to get poisoned, but that has to be done. A little bit of chip. That cancels the leftovers. Every little bit helps. Let's go to Miraidon. Let's Terra Fairy Dragon Pulse. And which will be stronger? Probably just still foul play. Yeah, that should be. Oh yeah, that's going to be enough, right? Because that isn't enough. The poison will get me too quickly. Yeah, so I just stay in, even if they protect. And the paralyses are going to add up as well. They can't deal with any more. And then Dragon Pulse and Snarl better. I don't think it matters, actually. Because I just Dragon Pulse and win regardless, because they've already terrored. So, yeah, doesn't actually matter. Break the invisible Focus Sash that isn't actually there. Actually, to be fair, the poison might get me. Yeah, if they double protect. If they double protect, the poison gets me. Okay, cool. So, had the opportunity to lose to bad luck there, but we managed to avoid that, which hopefully is going to be the case at Worlds, right? I'm owed a not unlucky Worlds run. Given how Hawaii went last year, that was unreasonable. Okay. like I said, I don't suspect Dondozo will be much of a thing, but at least I was able to win against that one. I think the leads will be important and what happens in the leads. But as long as Miraidon is preserved, then I still have an answer to Dondozo. Draco Meteor would help a lot against Dondozo because it would ignore the special defense boost, special attack drops. Got that one totally wrong. Obviously, we need more data to figure this out, but I've not brought Calyrex more than I have brought Calyrex. I should be bringing it against this one. Yeah, this is a pretty reasonable Miraidon Calyrex team. Wo-Chen should be pretty reasonable. It's choice specs. Okay, then... I want Grimmsnarl Calyrex like this, and then Iron Hands for now. Yeah, that's fine. So then I should go for Light Screen and switch to Iron Hands to start off with, and if they fake out an Electro Drift the Grimmsnarl, then I bring back Miraidon, and then they're out of position, because then they're locked into Electro Drift against Iron Hands and Miraidon. So then that would be pretty good for me. I guess Terra Fairy doesn't Gleam and Fake Out would be the worst case. Didn't think about that, but they didn't, so got away with that one. That one's fine. There's their Grimmsnarl. I'll get the Drain Punch into the Incineroar while I can, I think. Do I want to Spirit Break it as it maybe outspeeds me and U-turns into Miraidon? No, I'll Spirit Break here. I'll Drain Punch here. Good damage. That's a nice 2-shot. And I was faster, so it's better that I went at the Grimmsnarl. That did nothing. Oh, just knock off. Okay, that's, to be fair, that's reasonable. But I still KO the Incineroar now, which means that I can go for Spirit Break into the Incineroar and Drain Punch into the Incineroar, and then if they switch to the Miraidon, then I'll catch that with a special attack drop, and then I'll get some chip onto the Calyrex as well, which is still pretty reasonable. I'll get my Reflect next turn as well, unless they Spirit Break KO my Grimmsnarl. They Spirit Break KO'd my Grimmsnarl. I should have Reflected instead. This is Miraidon now, and this is a Volt Switch and Drain Punch the Grimmsnarl. That's good. And Calyrex. And even without Reflect, my Calyrex should be looking pretty good now. I've got my Light Screen, so I'll survive whatever they go for. So I'll go for Astral Barrage and Wild Charge into the Calyrex. This should KO, right? Right? That's not going to KO, is it? Because of the Reflect. But I think that's better for me. Because I'm living this. Just attack. That won't KO, will it? Second Terra Fairy doesn't Gleam through my entire team now. So I need Fake Out active as I KO them. If they Trick Room here, then that opens up my Iron Hands a bit. But no, that's that. So that was a mistake from them, because if they went for Drain Punch, no, actually that would have still been fine for them because they live regardless. So yeah, I think I was pinned there. Yeah, pretty sure I was pinned. Let's go for the Calyrex, don't think it matters. We're living though. We're not living. Okay, so that didn't work out so well. I'll at least find out if they're like super slow Calyrex for some reason. Super fast one, I meant, but yeah, that didn't go so well. I got out of position there. Where did I get out of position? I'll look at it after. What do they lead with? It was Incineroar Miraidon, wasn't it? Not getting a Reflect was important. Wo-Chen should be good. What could I drop for the Wo-Chen? Would it be the Grimmsnarl? Although Volcarona's actually not too bad either. I'm going to try Volcarona. Okay, that's pretty good. I should have the faster Fake Out than the Incineroar. And I want to Bug Buzz straight away rather than Quiver Dance because I don't want them to be able to knock off my Throat Spray. I'm going to Fake Out the Incineroar and straight out Bug Buzz. And this will do really good damage as well because this is super effective. Ooh, Special Defense Drop as well. We take those. Yeah, and just Glacial Lance. Perfect. Because now I could KO the Calyrex with a Bug Buzz and can't do much about that. I suspect they've got to protect, right? And they get greedy. Yeah, cool. I get my Quiver Dance ready for the Miraidon in the back. And this chunks the Incineroar as well. That should put it into Bug Buzz range. And, oh, okay, they Flare, but KO me. Is perfectly fine because now what do you do? So then I can go for Drain Punch. They can Terra. But I want to preserve my Terra if I can help it. And if they Terra, then I can just Wild Charge. So, I mean, they can easily switch to Grimmsnarl. No, they failed the double protect, so that's pretty good. If it is Grimmsnarl in the back, then things are looking pretty decent. Yeah, cool, because they have to lock into an electric move to properly deal with my Calyrex now. And if they do, then suddenly Miraidon and Iron Hands are freed up completely. So yeah, it should be low kick here. And if I Terra, then they have to electric move, and then the Miraidon and the Iron Hands wins, right? I've also got a defense boost, which is quite funny. But yeah, that should work. It was just Dazzling Beam. So I should... no, I've messed this one up as well, because now I am in range of the Dazzling Gleam also. So that should... yeah, that needs to be Draining Kiss into the Grimmsnarl there to survive. But now I can... as long as I lose the Miraidon, but my Miraidon lives. Because I could have gone for sack the Miraidon and then I can fake out the Miraidon afterwards. But my Miraidon would live. So they need to Spirit Break my thing as well, but I suspect they're going to Thunder Wave me. So I think, instead, I have to do this. No, they did just attack, so if they would have Spirit Breaked my Miraidon on the switch in, then I would have been okay through Thunder Wave, potentially. But now I can go for... yeah, it has to be Dazzling Gleam. Attempt to double protect, but yeah, no, that my EV spread came back to bite me there. Because yeah, I live. Now this needs to double KO. Yeah, it didn't. Yeah, that's my EV spreads actually being bad for me for being bulky. Right, so what could have been done differently with this one? Let me just upload the replays first. Because that was winnable through a Thunderwave Para if I would have sacked the Miraidon, but then if they didn't Spirit Break my Miraidon, I immediately lost. Right, so the losses are the important ones to look back at. So what could have been done differently here? I think that this is entirely reasonable as a play. I think not reflecting was important. There was a turn that I did a tiny bit of chip with Spirit Break when I could have got Reflect. That was good. That was kind of meh. That was actually quite smart. And then, yeah, it was this turn, wasn't it? This was the turn that I should have gone for Reflect, because my Grimmsnarl would have survived, and also I have the defense boosts. So that was the crucial turn. It may have seemed like a kind of like not very important turn, but that was actually the big turn. I think I got this turn right and doubled the Grimmsnarl, didn't I? I mean, it made no difference that I doubled the Grimmsnarl, but yeah, they didn't light screen either, so I think the doubling the Grimmsnarl was the correct play regardless. I just got out of position here. I think it's because I didn't have the Reflect, and also because my Calyrex undersped, and this is the timid one, isn't it? So they were just a timid max Miraidon. If I had a Drain Punch the Incineroar on the switch in. Yeah, that not being strong enough as well was important. Because if that would have KO'd, then they had to lock into something that wasn't beneficial for them with the Miraidon. I guess Dazzling Gleam would have still worked, wouldn't it? It would have done. And that Trick Room turn, I could have done something. Because my Iron Hands would have survived Drain Punch the Incineroar on that turn. And then the next turn, I'd have been able to low kick the Calyrex as the Electric Terrain is back on the field. So I think that Trick Room for them was a mistake. But not against the play that I made. But if I'd have stayed in, then it would have been a mistake from them. And then with this one, what happened? Because that was obviously a great start. I think that without the special defense drop, I'd have probably played differently. They don't need to protect on this turn. But that was a pretty reasonable start. Oh yeah, because I was like, oh yeah, knockoff can't KO me anymore, and forgot about Flareblitz completely. So that was incredibly greedy. If I'd have doubled the Incineroar, that would have been a very, very good turn to start off with. Because I don't think I'd have KO'd, but then Calyrex just Astral Barrages and gets a double KO, as in I can then switch to my Miraidon, and then I think I just win. So that was a mistake. I called the Protect correctly, but didn't make the correct play. And then, yeah, being in range of a 2-shot of the Dazzling Gleam is not ideal. That was a nice crit, but if I had a Wild Charge there, then the crit would have KO'd. So that was also a potential way back. And then here, my spread being what I want, it was actually not good. But if they did Spirit Break the Miraidon, then it would have been sack the Miraidon, get the Iron Hands back in, fake out the Miraidon, which actually I think just straight up KOs in Electric Terrain, but even if it doesn't, then I can get through the potential Thunderwave full para, and then still win the game. So they were quite highly rated. I'd have got a lot of points there. But yeah, reflecting on your losses are the most important ones. Like people tend to just focus too much on their wins, but the losses are the ones where you learn the most.